Hi, I want to do this short introduction to mindfulness for people who have read about it, curious about it, heard about it, but have never actually practiced it or done it. So, from my perspective, mindfulness is two things. It's a skill and it's a way of trying to live your life. The skill is to learn to notice, it's to learn to be mindful. And what that means is you try in each moment to be aware of two things: what's going on inside your head and what's going on outside around you. Now, what's going on inside your head and around you can be roughly classified into helpful, unhelpful, pleasant, unpleasant, likely to lead to something good or likely to lead to something not so good. And with mindfulness, what we're trying to do is build that skill up of awareness so that we can recognize in real time as it's happening anything that's unpleasant, unhelpful, unkind, not worthy of you, and to then be able to deal with it so that it doesn't come out into the world and cause a problem. That's for the internal stuff. For the external stuff, if it's not good, pleasant, then what you're looking to do is try to make sure that you don't overreact to it, that you respond in as constructive and helpful a way as possible. And one part of the mindfulness philosophy, if you like, that tends to get missed out is actually, what do you do with the good stuff? And mindfulness is great because when you become aware that you're feeling good or that something good outside's happening, like say this morning in Scotland, it's a sunny day, which is really nice, and it's springtime, is to actually be with that more for longer, so you're getting more of it, and also to magnify your feeling about it so that you soak it all in, so that you get more of the beauty of life. So to me, that's what mindfulness is. Now, that's the skill bit. So the noticing, so that you can do that, you can let go of what's negative. You can turn what's negative into a more constructive or positive thing. And when it's good, you can just get more of it. But then as you practice that more and more, that then becomes a kind of philosophy or a way you live your life. You try to live your life fully in the present moment. And in that present moment, you try and just drop anything that's negative, turn something negative into good, and something good into even better. And it becomes almost like the way you flow through your life. So to my mind, the analogy or the metaphor is like a river. Life is like a constant flowing, changing thing. You know, I'm talking just now during the height of the coronavirus. Just now, 3 months ago, there was no coronavirus in Scotland or in Britain, and everybody was going about with everything normal, thinking things won't change. But life is change. And so you get into that philosophy, you understand that things will change, and what you have to do is be changeable too. So that when things get rough, you're able to adapt and help, still enjoy your life and help others when things are rough. And when things are good, you can go with the flow and make the most of it. So it becomes a philosophy of you being fluid and flexible and adaptable in a world that's fluid and flexible. And it just becomes good fun. You just get more joy out of your life. You actually start to find that you're grateful for tiny little things like seeing a reflection in a puddle. For the fact that, you know, in this country, because it's a developed country, you've got a difference between the pavement and the street, which in many countries in the world you don't have. You become grateful for the fact you've got a pillow to rest your head at night, and that pillow's on a mattress, and that mattress is on a bed, and that bed is in a room, and that room is in a house, and you've got a roof over your head. And it's not just some abstract conceptual thing. This is what you feel. You feel grateful, you feel privileged, you feel lucky to be alive. So that's what I think mindfulness is. So I've got a whole series of videos now of practices, so you can actually now hopefully practice with a better understanding of what this is all about. So this is morning time for me. It's not yet 10 o'clock in the morning. Whenever you hear this, I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you've had a lovely day, and I hope all goes well with you, especially in this time of real difficulty. And remember, We're all fortunate to be alive. You take care.